Woo! Well, alright. Yeah, they want me to fit in, but I can't. I'm too different with it. Too advanced to think. You know my intuition. I got bars and ink, but never in a prison. Too far gone, never gonna sit and listen. This is optimism mixed with the best. You get it? What you're seeing is a beast in the flesh. I'm vetted. I don't need to try to speak for the.
What's happening out there, great streaming land? It's the MCU's Bleeding Edge live from Daytona Beach, Florida. And guess what? I am literally one room away from my co-host, Mr. Jeff S. TrueKnowledge. Yes, we are doing our first live stream in the same zip code, people. Yeah. So, of course, we are going to be reviewing and talking about and discussing the 2001 comedy film Super Troopers for you guys. So we're going to get right into that. But how's it feel to be in the opposite room there, Mr. TrueKnowledge?
Well, Cyber fucking kicked me out because he didn't want to get a crack smoke, high fucking contact, right? For my crack. So I had to respect his wishes at that point and fucking dip. You know what I mean? I respect my co-host and shit, so I'm not gonna subject him to like my fucking my drug addictions and shit, right? That's only fair. There you go.
Yep. You know, he just does too much of that crack, people.
I'm the most functioning crackhead in the history of crack.
Most certainly. You definitely are. You definitely are. So, of course, we have on the panel, of course, Mr. Jeff S. TrueKnowledge, of course. And then we have returning, who it's been quite a while, Mr. Ben. How we doing, Ben?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you guys doing? I mean, it's been a while, and I'm really happy to be here again.
Yeah, it's great to have you, sir. Glad to have you, especially on this great comedy film, which is such a great film, I think. I think it's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And it's super funny, super hilarious. And I think Broken Lizard is a great comedy duo, trio, group, whatever you want to call them, that just always make some really awesome films. So, of course, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying they really do. I remember watching this as a teenager. Great film, hilarious, a lot of perfect one-liners. Like, I mean, my wife and I quote it daily, honestly. So it's a good time. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's such a great movie. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, I mean, this, like I said, this movie came out in 2001. Jay Shendershak directed this one. It was written, of course, Broken Lizard themselves, which consists, of course, of Jay Kandershaker, Paul Soder, Eric Stolkans, Steve Lemmy, and Kevin Heffernan. We also have the addition of the awesome Brian Cox in this film, who did an amazing job being their, captain guy. He's absolutely hilarious in this movie. This is one of the first films probably the second film I ever saw him in, besides X-Men 2, United, which that was probably the first movie I ever saw him in, and he was just really fantastic in that. And then, of course, we have Daniel von Bargen, who is in this as well. He was a pretty big, prolific character actor through the 90s and 80s and so forth. Unfortunately, he passed away in the early 2000s. Of course, we have the great cameo from Linda Carter. We have Marissa Coughlan in the film, who did a fantastic job as her character. And it just is a really well-rounded, I feel, cast. So let's just go around the panel. What did everyone think about the cast in this film? What did you like? Your first impressions after seeing this the first time? What were you thinking? A lot of people, this is probably the first film they saw Broken Lizard in, prior to any of their earlier stuff, which was Puddle Cruiser, or like Beer Fest or Club Dread, which came out a couple years after this one. But what was everyone's thoughts coming into this? Did you have any idea who any of these people were? And what did you think about them, going into this film? Starting with you, Ben.
I mean, I hadn't really seen them before, to be completely honest. But I think they hit the nail on the head with, like, the type of characters that they had, the dialogue, the acting itself. I mean, it's a goofy comedy. And I think they did a very good job portraying that They weren't trying to go for some cinematic blockbuster film. They were just going for a straight comedy, and the cast that they picked for that movie was perfect for that. Especially even the little addition of Jim Gaffigan in that one stop where he has to say meow 9 times. Like that was perfect casting.
Oh god, that's a great sequence. Yeah, I love that scene. So funny. Thank you there. Jeff, your thoughts going into this movie, sir?
Well, I mean, obviously, with it being a comedy, right? The first time that I watched it, it's like any comedy, right? It's never going to be as funny again as it was the first time. It's not possible for me. At least for me, that's the way humor works for me. It's that direct humor that, like, the first time you catch it, right? Kind of like how I'm funny, you know what I mean? Like, like the fact that I'm really off the cuff and but I have to keep on changing shit up to some extent to keep it going and keep it, interesting and funny, still funny, and maintain some, some, I guess, consistency, making people laugh. Well, it's the same thing, with watching the movies like these comedies like this. It doesn't matter how fucking funny they are. It could be Coming to America. It's just not as damn funny the second time you watch it, or the third time as you watch it. So at that point, if a movie if its whole basic premise that what it does for you is the humor, right? For me, it's not a very interesting fucking movie, really. At that point, like the gags and shit, and whatnot, they don't really play that well. You know what I mean? Like they're really good, but I'm sorry, like the shtick that this troupe does, it only works for me one time. After that, it's pretty much like kind of. I realized that today. This is the second time I ever watched a movie. I found it kind of boring, to be honest with you. So first time, funny as shit. I was sober when I watched it the first time. I'm stoned. I'm not drunk right now. And so it was somewhat funny. Like some of it was kind of funny in like a nostalgic way, but it just shit don't hit hard the second time. So I mean, still entertaining, but it just loses its luster.
I think Cyber froze.
Cyber, you freeze, brah?
I think he's frozen.
Oh, that's a good look for you too, bro.
Yeah. But well, I guess
go ahead, Ben. If you want, go ahead. You want to jump off me? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll jump right off you. No, I can see that. Like for me though, I pick up things I didn't pick up the first time, which makes it even more funny for me. Getting ready for the show, I watched it again, and just remembering watching it with my wife for the first time, like we both were just dying, especially with the bulletproof cup. Oh gosh, like that scene is one of my favorites. Like,
that scene where the dude is like fucking that bear or whatever, whatnot, or something get his dick sucked by the bear or whatever. That shit
not
hilarious.
That one was good. That was good.
I mean, that's always funny because that shit is just fucking crazy.
Look at the bear, and then also bulletproof cup. Like he shoots him, and he's like, "You all right over there?" He's like, "Good enough."
Let's not go too far ahead of here of Cyber's outline before he starts fucking getting pissed off. All right.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Cyber, I'm sorry, bro. You developed your mutant fucking abilities to become Iceman there for a minute.
Apparently, I guess. Which was weird because on my side, all of us were turning black and doing the rotating thing, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, something went wrong, and I had to come back in. So,
well, maybe not. Maybe now you can become a part of the Marvels and you can join the fucking team, right? Now that you're a mutant. Now that you're a mutant too.
Yeah. Yep. Totally. All right, folks. So, yeah, great guys. Thank you. That was beautiful.
Cyber, you're freezing bad, man.
You're like going in and out.
You're freezing bad. I'm trying to think of what you can do to change it. What are you using the webcam on the Mac?
Yep.
Okay. I'm not seeing any instability on the Wi-Fi at all.
Yeah.
So what I'm wondering is well, look, no, you're okay now. It seems to be only when you talk. Right, Ben?
Yep.
Right there.
Yep.
See? That's it. It's only when you talk. It's you know what? It's the
How about
microphone. Cyber, it's the microphone. Holy shit, Cyber! I wish you could screenshot this. I'm totally. Yo, I'm screenshot this so bad. I'm telling you right now, bro. I'm going to.
Do it.
Cyber, I think it's the mic.
I don't have it plugged in. The blue mic off. I'm using the
What's
one
off?
for the. Yeah.
It's weird every time you talk, folks. I'm sorry that we're actually troubleshooting through the show right now, but this is just to be clear. This is like a chance for you to delve into our world, right? Me and Cyber have never actually remotely recorded to this degree before, like together. So this is our first time doing it. Like, what the fuck are you gonna say? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this, you gotta try some shit the first time at some point. You know,
Yeah,
just like
let's
first
try.
time. Cyber, you froze before you even spoke that time.
Yeah. Oh, that one worked.
Wow, Cyber. According to that shot, your hotel room looks like the size of a fucking house.
Bro, that looks bigger than my house.
The fuck is that, man? Cyber, that's bigger than your goddamn apartment.
Can you guys?
Now I'm echoing.
Oh, we're killing him. We're killing
Folks,
him.
just to be clear, we had the pre-shit show. Now this is the full-blown version.
See,
This is
hold
the full-blown shit show version right here, right, Ben? There was no way we couldn't skip that level, right?
No, I mean we're already at the shit show level at this point.
Well, the question is though, what happens after shit show? Once you've accomplished pre-shit show, then shit show. What the fuck happens at that point, man?
Hit fuck level?
I don't know. I don't think I want to go to that place.
I
You know what I'm saying? It's bad enough being a fucking crackhead.
mean, hey man. Hey. I mean, I'm laughing. I'm having a good time. That's all that matters, right?
Cyber, I'm just loving all these images you give me, bro. Of you like just fucking like looking all weird and shit. You're all blurry right now. Yeah. You're in your spacious $1 million condo and shit on Myrtle Beach tonight. It's like you got. It's like a very organic green screen effect, right, Ben?
Yeah.
Shit, Marvel Studios and Disney should lock you down, Cyber, for that kind of camera work, motherfucker. You feel me? You're pulling off shit that's fucking like set in different fucking like it's like all kinds of new. This is not the new shit, bro.
Oh, he's gone.
All right, well, listen. Since Cyber's not going to be here, I'm going to replace this slot with your favorite, Ben. There you go.
Perfect.
Our buddy, our friend, Miss Chloe Zhao, Oscar winner for fucking taking a shit in a paper bag. There you go. Gotta love it, baby. The Academy, really, they're really on point.
They are on it.
Ben, did you know about the serious medical condition that's going on?
No. What is this?
Oh, it's intense, dude.
What is this?
Oh, check it out. Read it.
All right, I'm looking.
Maybe that's what's happening to Cyber right now.
Hasn't crushed inside. Oh.
Oh my fucking god, dude. I'm sorry, Ben. Sometimes I won't lie. The more funny I get, the more I find myself laughing at myself, bro. I can't help myself.
Bro, this is great.
I seriously cannot fucking help myself anymore at this point, dude. Like,
vaginal pressure.
Bro, I swear the other day I made a joke or whatnot in public with somebody, like not even on the show or whatever, and I fucking almost fell out.
Oh my gosh.
It was that fucking good. They fell out, and I almost fucking fell out myself. I was like, "What the?" I almost fucking fell out, bro.
Dude, that is prime. You gotta send me that meme, bro.
Yo, listen, that is some crazy shit though. When you fucking drop some humor and shit and whatnot, that's so fucking sick. That like when you fucking tangibly realize how fucking sick it is, you fucking fall out. Yo, that's what's up, baby.
Hey,
Iceman's back.
Oh,
folks, we might even not even do the Super Trooper review at this point. Now, at this point, we might be just having an experiment with the trying to figure out Cyberneticshark's mutant abilities, flush them out and everything, right?
I can walk you through my comic collection behind me. If you
there you go. We need to prepare Cyber for his role in the Marvels.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Cyber.
Oh.
Cyber, you going cell phone?
Oh.
Uh-oh. Shit.
Nothing's working today.
I'm gonna have to give him my cell phone in a minute because I think my cell phone will work.
To be honest, I'm on my cell phone, but
Wait a minute, he's using the same fucking Wi-Fi I'm using.
oh,
Anyways, folks, I digress. So listen, since Cyber's not here and he's moderating the show, now look, we all know, anybody who watches The Bleeding Edge, and a lot of you do, on YouTube, not so much of you live, unfortunately, but we're going to try to make that happen here soon. It's crazy how fucking YouTube is our main hub, Ben. And like literally on every fucking, even on Twitter Live, bro, we have a bigger live stream audience than we do on here. And you can't, and I don't even know if it's really called Twitter Live or still Periscope still. You can't even tell.
it's one of those things.
We'll check it out. While we're waiting for Cyber, check this out, man. You'll dig this, man. Let's do a Band-Aid reaction. Change things up.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
You want some Band-Aid, motherfucker?
Sure.
I'll bust some shit off on. I'm gonna bust you off on some shit.
Mm.
You don't know about all this.
Hit me with it, bro.
You don't know about this, motherfucker. Find out though.
Hey, oh, I got a band for you though for a reaction for. I'll send it to you.
Oh yeah, what's that? The Wiggles?
Oh, I mean them too. I guess I don't even know who they are. Sure.
I'm messing with you, dude. Nah, hey, listen. If you had a band and if you think it's dope, just let me know, bro. I'll react to it with you.
Wardruna, bro. Wardruna.
Okay, hey. If you think it's dope, I trust you, Ben. I'll react. If you want to do some reactions to it, I'll do it. I want to make some fucking content, baby. Let me know when you want to hook it up. We'll make it happen.
Hell yeah.
You know I'm always down. I got the StreamYard. I didn't even show you, man. We got to get together sometime. I'll show you the dude. StreamYard changed a bunch of shit up, bro. They gave us new templates and shit, whatnot to work with for like our reaction videos and shit. We can actually craft them and edit them on our own.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We can actually like have a straight regular reaction to where like the video is small and we're big.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh. Okay.
Dude, you'll see in a minute.
Let's do it.
All right, folks. This has evolved into a Band-Aid reaction video. That's where we're at this point. And the Band-Aid song, of course, is going to be Play. Ben has never heard Band-Aid Play before.
Nope.
Just to be clear, because I am going to be ripping this out of the show and then, putting this out as individual content as a reaction video. Because I'm that type of motherfucker.
Hey, the show must go on.
I'm a capitalist motherfucker. I don't care. I'll make money. I'll try to get as much content out of my content as I possibly can. No, Cyber, we can't. Cyber, we cannot hear you, bro. You are like you're in the dark zone.
I mean, at this point, Jeff, you might as well just share a freaking, like, have him come in and just share the computer.
You're probably right. Hold on. What's going on here with the audio on this shit now?
Oh fuck.
Uh-oh. What's going on here?
I think we're almost into shit fuck land.
No, we're good, man.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
I got it now. I know what it is. I thought I did. What the fuck is going on here, man?
Might be the bandwidth now.
No.
No, you good?
Issue. No, it's an audio issue.
Oh, okay.
Why is it not playing the video audio? Strange.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that sometimes.
Shit here to see what happens. Here we go, folks. More troubleshooting. You're getting some real content creation experience right here. You're racking it up.
The problem too is the second period change. So was there a time possible to get off there?
This is called troubleshooting, and
that's when the situations happen.
trying to figure out how to make some shit work in a new environment. Okay.
I do have to ask, where'd you get that hat, brother?
I will tell you after the show. I can't remember right now. I can't.
Yeah, no, I
don't remember.
You're good.
I've got a lot of good lids, man. You've seen them.
Oh yeah, yeah. Really envious.
Oh, you know what? Here, I can just play it. And literally we can just watch it, and then we can literally react to it after that.
Do it.
I'm gonna call Cyber and tell him to come over.
Yeah.
Let's see here what we got, folks. Thank you for enjoying the shit show special. This is gonna be. I'm gonna change the title of this, Ben.
What the shit show?
Yeah, you ever noticed? If you ever looked to see, we already have a couple of those.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah. Cyber.
Oh,
there we go.
Cyber.
Can you hear me?
We can. We
yes.
can.
Yes.
I was about to go get you
Yeah.
and bring you over here to the other room to see if
Can
it
you
will
hear
work
me?
better.
Yep. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
All right, so you can hear me now. All right. Yeah, it was. Yes, I can hear you guys now.
Okay.
Yeah. And now
You're
I'm
on
on the phone. I'm on
you're
the phone, people.
You're on a little bit of a delay, I think, maybe with us. Can you speak right after I talk, Cyber? Cyber.
You sound fine.
Nah, see it, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it's.
You got like a 3-second audio delay, Cyber. Do you want to use my phone? Do you want to come over to my side and use my phone, or you want to come over here and grab my phone, and I'll give you my phone?
Oh well.
Well, or you can
all right,
just
we'll make it.
You can sit right next to you, Jeff.
I'm sorry, Cyber. I'll bring it to you, brother. I got you.
Just you take over.
I got you. I'm
Sorry.
coming.
I shouldn't laugh, but it's pretty.
No, you're
good.
okay. No, you're good. I got something to play. Here, Ben, you can check this out.
Oh hell yeah!
Are going to take off.
Some of them going to bomb.
It's gonna be.
Just like they've bombed in the comics.
What about
I
this
mean-
guy? You think this guy can make it for the Avengers?
One of Diamond Days, a ninja teaching flex. Honey, let me see the sign there, honey. Come on in here, ninja. Here's my ninja at the Diamond Days Ninja School. Come on down. What we're going to teach you, hold up, darling. What we're going to teach you in our first episode is a proper stance and a proper kung fu. And you got your Judy chop, all right? You got your karate chop, and you got your ninja chop. Now, what smart thing to do is like when you use a judo chopping, you gotta say it, for you beginners, like a Judy chop. Because what you don't want to do is like be a Judy chopping and a kung fu kicking, and there goes your leg. There ain't much home for a one-legged ninja out there. Right there, hard as a rock, buddy. Let me show you something. I'll have last time, baby. Don't put it in front of your face. I don't want to hurt you. But you got me? Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to work on the ninja chop. So what we're going to do. You go a ninja chop. Well, now see, now sometimes it don't always work for a ninja. But it practice makes it perfect. Don't go ninja nobody. Don't need ninja. Alrighty? Now, them things there, if I was put them in my pockets, they'd get me for concealment of a deadly weapons. It says you got your son fella coming at you out in the trailer park. Regular cannon you say? No, says I. Watch this, people. Yeah, we just rolling through the trailer park. What's that? What's that fella doing? Ninja start. Right there. That son fella jumps out behind a trailer on you. You got to put them on out yonder like that. And you can't get him caught up in your ninja outfit, And like if a feller's coming at you with
Dude, that guy lived right next door to me, man.
Yo, what the hell was that weapon he pulled out there, DM? Was that a crack pipe? Like,
It looked like a damn skull can or something, didn't it?
Where did you find that?
listen, hey, That guy that he said that in, that is his interview tape for the Special Olympics Avengers.
That dude don't stand a prayer.
Oh,
That dude
it's
don't stand a
amazing
prayer.
something like that. That dude's probably popular as hell from that video.
Dude, that guy could beat Kate Bishop's ass.
Alpha Flight will whoop his ass. Puck will whoop his ass. Ninja chopping, man. Puck will whoop his ass. North Star beat his ass, and that's bad.
I was watching Andrew during that. Andrew just like put his head back and he's like, "Oh
what the hell, man."
I already saw that clip, so I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like another minute.
What you think about that, Ben?
That was hysterical.
You like that shit?
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Pretty good? No shit. There you go.
There we go. And no shit, there it was.
So that was pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was like, huh!
Did you like that?
Dude,
did you like how oh, that fucking guy?
Yeah, the fucking guy.
That guy was that guy a trip or what, dude?
Dude, I don't. And then the chick is dressed like Wonder Woman. Like,
listen, when we do our merch, right? We're gonna have fucking merch where it's gonna say don't be ninja nobody, don't need be ninja. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Don't tell me that somebody would buy that shit.
Oh, I definitely would.
It's catchy as fuck, bro.
It
catchy
is.
as fuck. Cyber's back in the black dimension. He's in black world again. Cyber's in the dimension where it's all black all the fucking time. So they have no fucking issues. They have no racism because nobody even knows what color they fucking are anyway.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like he wasn't having any issues before the show, and then
no, but you know what though, Ben? Ben, that's the funniest thing about it's a joke.
Yeah.
The only world that you'd ever be able to have where there'd be no fucking racism between other human beings of different skin colors would be if you had this you were living in that dimension. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People don't seem to grasp that in some ways. I'm not going to mention which side of the aisle or whatever is the type that, like, you know, that votes for the people who think this way. That don't grasp if that's how things really are. That it's in every fucking. I'm not trying to get all political, folks, but the truth is that all throughout history, there's always been racism from jump. The cavemen were fucking racist against each other for some stupid fucking reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, your club is longer than my club. Or, you know, they be fucking, you know, your spear is better than my spear, or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm saying, like, there's been racism forever. And there's going to be racism forever. So, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't eradicate it. It's not something that's fucking, like, it's not even innate in human beings. It's something that just comes from culture, and it comes from fucking aspects of humanity, of ourselves. And where it comes along with where you're raised, like, your culture. Right?
Yep.
At the end of the day, where we reach. I don't know what even happened there. I just don't see a point in society where we're going to reach a point where there's some kind of panacea where suddenly people are going to stop being racist completely. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So anybody who thinks it's going to happen, it ain't going to happen. That panacea is not possible.
Nah.
What that fucking has to do with the oh, I forgot the dark dimension. That's right.
Yeah. Bring it back. Full circle.
Hey, isn't that from the MCU? Wasn't there in the MCU comics? Wasn't there a dark dimension?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
can you hear me?
Cyber.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
He keeps freezing. He keeps freezing again.
Yes, Cyber, you're back in your $3 million condo again. Holy fuck! Now we got two. Now he's in the double fucking black zone, bro.
I know we got
What's
him
up?
spinning up.
Oh shit!
Got him spinning up.
Now
in the
Ben
top.
is too.
Oh no!
Man, I hope I don't go in there too, folks. That can't be good. We can't have a quadruple fucking 4 people. We can't have 4 people in the fucking dark dimension in one shot.
Oh no!
That's not good.
I can hear you.
Although it would allow me to fucking hit my crack pipe real quick, which would be dope. There you go. Look at this shit. This is some interesting shit, folks. If this is the definition of a shit show special, what is right now, okay? Look at this shit. I'm telling you. There he is, Ben. Cyber.
Yeah.
You
Can you hear me?
returned back there. I was holding down the shit. I was holding down the shit show special by myself there for a minute.
Oh my gosh.
I feel bad for Cyber, man.
I do too. Like, yeah, this whole show planned out.
I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off because my Wi-Fi is the same Wi-Fi he's on, and it's working.
Well, and I don't even know how how mine decided to jump off because I could still see and hear you clearly. Like everything on my side was fine.
Oh
That's
no!
what happened with my side.
No, my instability bar just popped on. It's on again now. It's because it's the peak Wi-Fi usage time.
Yep.
Right. I've got the thing popped up on my screen right now, Cyber. If you can hear me, and it's already in the last 10, 15 minutes. Right now, when Ben dropped out,
yeah,
it had dropped all the way down to that bottom bar, and then it just, you know.
Jeez.
But somehow I stayed on.
Oh.
So I had three fucking people because you had 2 windows open, Cyber, all in the black zone, and me.
I mean, yeah, there is the dark dimension. We saw it in Doctor Strange. Remember?
Yeah, the dark dimension, baby. Cyber, can you hear us?
I don't know. He's frozen again.
Cyber, you're back to Iceman again, baby. You need to learn how to control those mutant abilities, nigga. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Hey, Jeff, I'd highly recommend just have him coming over and just sitting right next to you, bro.
I asked him if he wanted to do that and whatnot, but at the same time, though, I'm not sure what that's going to really change, though. To be honest with you, because I don't know. He has the same Wi-Fi I do.
Well, I know, but I mean, for some reason, the hotspot is like you're doing fine. Like you're.
I'm not using a hotspot. I'm on the same hotel Wi-Fi he's on.
Oh, that's what I meant. Like not hotspot, but the access point. The access point that you're on, he might be on a different access point. That's what I'm saying. And then
okay,
yeah.
Okay, we're room to room though. That's why I figured it wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying?
Well, even then, like maybe you're closer to the access point than he is, or something, or
we're in the middle part of like the long tier of like the hotel. It's in 2 divisions, 2 rectangular shapes with a hub in the front. So we're like in the middle of it, if not a little bit farther out than that. And so you'd have to imagine if they have Wi-Fi that it's built to be like incorporated to go out that far. Does that make sense?
Yeah. A hotel Wi-Fi can be really spotty though. There he is.
How am I now?
Cyber.
How am I now?
Cyber, you're good.
He's perfect.
I switched from Hawaii Motel 2 to Hawaii Motel 1.
I told you, Cyber, stop hitting that crack pipe, motherfucker.
You're hitting the crack pipe. You're hitting the crack. You're hitting the crack pipe.
I can't. I want to play a Bandmaid song. I can't even get it to fucking play. I can't get the audio to play.
Well, I guess
I just heard it.
You heard it?
Yeah, I just heard it.
You guys can hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell then? Why can't I hear it? The fuck? Hold on a minute.
I've come to the conclusion that we should just not do shows when we're not at our individual places.
No, I don't hear it.
I can hear it.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Here,
so now, I am now on the Bravo, and I'm using the Blue mic.
You guys can hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
What would I change on my end, Cyber or Ben, to bring it back? Why would I not be able to hear it?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I have no idea. It's got to be maybe a setting thing.
On the Nitro 5?
Yeah, maybe on the Nitro 5 or something?
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. Yeah, I bet if I just go in the settings. Oh, the volume's all the way turned down, too. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Oh, that might be it.
That might be it.
No, that's not it.
Oh, man.
No, I want to fix this now. It's already a shit show special anyway.
That's true.
Shit show special, people.
There you go, folks. Shit show special.
Good.
I
Our
guess. Go ahead,
Our
Cyber.
specialty. We love doing shit show specials.
No, Cyber. We only have what, like 3 or 4 of them in all of our shows. Out of all of them. That's not true. That's not true, folks. We're not that bad. I promise you.
I didn't say we're bad. I didn't say
just
we're
kidding.
bad. I just said we had some shit show specials.
Oh, we've had some, without question.
We're masters at
happens.
them because we have to deal with them.
Everyone has goddamn shit show specials, man. The only difference is we do all ours live.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it be like that sometimes.
Okay, let me see if this. Let me see if
It's
this
the
changes
beast.
anything.
It's the beast of it.
Yeah, it really is.
Ah, can you hear still?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, now we can do our reaction video, folks. Here we go. Cyber, you can moderate the rest of the shit show, and you call the shots. Let me just call this Bandmaid reaction out real quick. Folks,
You do that, sir.
Bandmaid play. Now the Iceman's returned and learned to control his mutant powers, right? Professor X beat up with him and shit whatnot. They worked together. Miss Marvel jumped in and shit whatnot and gave him a blowjob and shit whatever, right? And now he's all good, right? And now at that point, during our shit show special, here comes a bleeding edge reaction to Bandmaid. For the first time, Ben is gonna hear the song play. Now, Ben, you've heard Bandmaid before, haven't you?
I have not.
Not at all.
Yep, not at all.
I never sent you one video or anything to listen to or anything?
Not that I can remember, no.
Oh, okay, well, my bad, man. All right, either way, folks, here comes our reaction. Let's do it. Folks, I just want to really quick just point out that, before I play this again, we just actually watched Bandmaid last night, or the night before, me and Cyber. For the first time, we watched Bandmaid, I watched Bandmaid, I'm the biggest fucking Bandmaid fan out there. I challenge anybody out there to tell me they're a bigger Bandmaid fan than I am. I don't give a fuck how much shit you got, I don't give a fuck. You are not a bigger Bandmaid fan than I am. It's that simple. I fucking love the maids, and that's it. I ain't playing. It's my shit, man. Alright, motherfucker.
I like it.
What's up? What's up now, Ben? What you got?
Hey,
What you think? Now, Cyber, hold on. I'm gonna go to you next, but Cyber, you just watched Bandmaid last night. I know they didn't sound this good. The audio didn't sound this good, but still, you just watched them last night. Ben, what do you think, man? Like, are you surprised?
I'm very surprised. I think like they got the sound is good, vocals are good. Are they singing in a different language? I mean, it's
Japanese.
They're
I'm
singing in
sorry, brother. Yeah, I'll turn the subtitles on for you.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I like it. It's really really cool. Like,
No, it'll add good contrast. And next time we do one of these reactions, I'll actually do the subtitles.
Yeah, for sure.
No, keep going. And also, it doesn't work. It does work, doesn't it, in Japanese?
Yeah, it works. It flows very well. Like, it doesn't sound, but like with how the bass line's going, the guitar, the lead guitarist is really good.
Yeah, she's very talented, isn't she?
Oh, very, yeah.
Oh, Konami? Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's no dope. No joke. What about the bassist? Misa.
Oh, she's good too. I mean, like I said, the bass is moving along. I would say perfectly. Like the pace is really good, and then also the drummer keeps.
Connie? Oh, yeah, she kills
the
it.
drummer keeps going too. Like it's.
Did you see those rollovers? Did you hear those rollovers that she did real quick during that one stanza? That shit was dope, right?
Yeah, it was good stuff.
No, and I think what you were talking about earlier was how well the sounds of the instruments are blended.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, most
Like,
definitely.
it just melds together really, really well. Really, really.
No, and Cyber, if I remember correctly, you don't think Bandmaid's like the best shit ever or whatever, whatnot, but you don't have a problem with them.
No, I don't have a problem with them.
I mean, you like.
Yeah, I don't.
You thought what we heard the other night was all right, didn't you?
Yes. I thought it was pretty decent. I mean, like you were saying, the whatever equipment they were using wasn't the greatest.
No.
It didn't like give the emphasis on the music like the music video does.
No.
But still, at the same time, I think that it still was interesting. It was still fun.
Yeah, and what he's talking about is that when we were at the actual Bandmate concert last night,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what was going on, but me and Cyber were way back. Like, we weren't, like, you know, all stupid and, like, all rushed up on the stage and shit to where, you know, it's like the music's, like, blowing you away. We were pretty far back. And all the audio from I'm assuming what would be it has to be Bandmate's gear. It was all differentiated, right, layered out to where the bass and the drums were all you could hear. You know what I mean? Really, you know what I'm saying? They were they sounded louder than everything. At that point, everything just sounded like really fucking like drummy, right, Cyber?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Definitely.
I mean, it drowned out the whole rest of the song almost. You couldn't hear Psyche's vocals that well, right? So, you know, it kind of diminished their sound. And then we saw Evanescence last night, and they were fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about in a minute. But Cyber, now on Play, what do you like about that? About the song? I mean, is there a certain anybody in it that you like?
And the band?
Yeah, I mean, anybody that stands out to you?
No, not particularly. I felt they're all pretty even and equal.
Would you agree with Ben that honestly, it's very rare for anybody, you know, I've done a lot of these reactions to other people, Cyber. It's very rare, you've seen some of them, where anybody ever actually talks about Psyche right from jump. Usually it's always Akane, right? Or Misa? Or whatever, or Konami, right? So that's kudos to you, Ben, for recognizing fucking Psyche's talent. You know what I mean? Because she's very good vocally.
Yeah.
And honestly, dude, I never used to use the subtitles at all when I first started listening to them. You don't need them.
No.
But Cyber, do you feel like that the same way? Like, whether you enjoy it or not, or you think that Psyche's like, you know, I know she's decent, but not, you know, outstanding. Does the Japanese translate with her style of singing to where it's digestible and entertaining?
Yes. I would agree. Yeah, I think the Japanese works very well with her voice and how she sings.
I do too. And you got to figure, over time, she'll pick up more English, right?
Mm-hmm.
She will. You've seen that Love Bites shit where, like, that lead singer sings everything in English over there?
Yep.
Right? And that's crazy. But either way, no, let me play the rest of the song. Kichiwa, Psyche. All right, Cyber. For once, to change, I've never gotten the chance to actually not have to ask the question for once. Why don't you finish the reaction so I can actually answer some shit for once? I'm tired of just asking the damn questions all the fucking time. I'm sick of this shit.
What is your overall feeling of the music video, Jeff?
Well, do you mean the song or the music video?
The music video, song, all of it.
Well, the show looks fucking awesome visually. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like the cinematography is great. But you already know, Cyber. You've seen other Bandmate songs. You know their cinematography is usually always great. You know, they have exceptional cinematography, right? They really do. And as usual, like, when they play over in Japan, obviously, fucking people, they must have. What I believe honestly is that their following is not huge anywhere really, but they just have diehard fucking fans everywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when they go in Japan, they're popular, but they're not as popular as other Japanese rock bands or whatever. Well, not Love Bites is more popular than they are, right? Fucking Baby Metal is more popular than they are, right? Fucking what's her name? God damn, what's her damn name? Whatever, I can't remember. The chick that sang the intros for the anime, Sword Art Online. Lisa, the chick Lisa that sang all those anime intros. She's more popular, but no, I think that the energy of the crowd when they show the crowd is fucking awesome, man. You know what I mean? Like, and this is one where they don't really have the engagement with the crowd singing as much, but that really adds so much to the fucking video. It really does. It just makes it so cooler to see that band, the how energized the crowd is, right?
Yeah.
And you relate to that myself because, like, I feel like if I was there, I like Bandmate the way these people do. and it's universal. At that point, I don't have to be able to speak Japanese to those people. If I was there, I could still make crack jokes and shit and whatnot, and they'd be like, "Okay, USA," you know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's all good. It would all work out, right? And I'd be jumping around with them and shit and whatnot. Does not mean I don't understand what the fuck they're saying. You know? Like, you know. But hey, I'm a Tuscan translator anyway, so I mean, I'm used to it. So there you go, Cyber. I mean, honestly, Play is a fucking awesome song. And I think it's the cool thing about Bandmate is that when you introduce someone like Ben to the band for the first time, you can pick any fucking song you want.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They're all good. So
Yep.
to me, so like I'm just like, hey, whatever, fucking just throw whatever up. That's a nice feeling. To have your band that be that fucking good.
There you go. There you go. So, what is your overall thought on the music video there, Ben, and kind of your first impressions of Bandmate?
I liked it. I really like the idea. Well, being able to see the lights, of the band. When you can see that the musicians enjoy what really to song one in a music video too. It just is really cool.
Totally, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Here,
what you looking for? Anyways, to continue the shit show special. Anyways, folks, yeah, totally. Thank you there. Yeah, really fun music video people. Definitely, if you have not checked out Bandmate, definitely check them out. They're worthy of a view and watch. Mm-hmm. So back to Super Troopers. So where we left off, basically, is the very beginning of the film. We have the kind of the introduction to the Super Troopers themselves. They pull over this car that has these 3 young kids in it, and they're smoking weed and laughing and playing and stuff like that. And basically, we have kind of this interesting, funny little like kind of intro where like they stop them and they come over and they talk to them, and then all of a sudden leave out of nowhere and leave. And then all of a sudden come back and do the whole thing over again. And basically they end up, going, oh, we pulled you over because you littered and sort of smoking the reefer. And then as they're doing that, all of a sudden a white Miata comes speeding past them. And that's when Thorny goes, Mother of God. And basically they end up taking the 3 kids and put them in the back of the police car, and they go chasing after the white Miata. Yep. And as you're watching it, you could see, you're kind of like, who's in this, Miata? And so he's speeding along, and they're like speeding and following, and we briefly get to see Paul Soder's character, and he was fishing when he was supposed to be on duty as a highway patrolman, and he comes up and he has a fake doll guy in the seat of the cruiser, and basically the Miata comes whipping by and rips off the head of the mannequin, and then he starts following chase. They end up coming up to like a bar area, and the guy that's in the Miata runs out and goes into the bar, and then they shortly approach too and get out and follow in, and we end up finding out that it's actually Steve Lemmy's character, and he's a trooper too. And basically they end up, they end up giving him money because he, pulled this off without them realizing it was really him. Yep. And he ends up taking a couple shots and makes Rabbit pay for the shots. And so they're like, they know the 3 kids are still out there, and so they're like, let's fuck with them some more. And so he ends up going out in the wig and stuff against Steve Lemmy's character. Yep. And gets in, he's like, you got boys like Mexico? And he ends up driving them down and going and stuff like that. And basically that starts the movie, and of course it goes to the title, Super Troopers.
Yep.
So basically, the movie moves on. You know, we find out that their station's going to be closed if they don't get their numbers up and stuff like that, because they're trying to cut back and stuff like that. And so they got to kind of be on their good behavior. And we have like kind of this mesh of greatness going on here and what's going on in the film. And so after that happens, that's kind of when we get our first introduction to Brian Cox's character, and you know, him at the police station and everything. So before we really kind of move on to that, what was everyone's thoughts on the beginning of the film? What did you think about it? What was your favorite part? And like, just did you like how it started off with like kind of that like basic like principle, like having it go on like that, you know, having them have like this kind of funny chase at the beginning and showing kind of their antics. Starting with you, Ben.
Yeah, I would say it are drug perfect, eating it. Like, hey man, you're gonna have to eat this bad weed. You're gonna have to, oh shit, I got my shrooms. Oh man, you're gonna have to eat it. And then he's just, when the cops come up, he's just the snot tastes like snozberries. Like, or like I mean, like, it's just, oh man, like, I don't think I'll ever forget about the part. Like, my wife seriously quote it all the time. Like, the snozberries taste like snozberries, and start licking a window or something like that just to make each other laugh.
Yep.
And then yeah, the show of their antics, it just sets the tone for the whole movie. You know, at this point, like, it's gonna be a goofy movie. It's gonna be hilarious. I love, and like basically the guy like shooting his gun like and coming out like, you boys like Mexico, like, and then just freaking the fuck out because they're all high as shit. It's hilarious.
Totally hilarious. Yeah, super funny. Oh my god, especially the sequence there too when basically like they kind of like you were saying, the whole snozberry thing. He's like looking the window and he's like,
yeah,
the raspberries taste like raspberries, the snozberries taste like strawberries. But like that scene where he has to eat the bag of pot and the whole bag of mushrooms was absolutely hilarious, because like he literally looked like he ate that, whatever that was. It was like freaking crazy, and he just like shoved it all in his mouth. It was so freaking funny. He's like, I did it, yeah, which was like a great, I think a great way of toning and doing that too as well. Are you back with us, Jeff?
I am.
All right.
There's no three-pronged, outlets in the whole room except for like by the bathrooms. And I brought no extension cords with me. Remember, Cyber?
Yep.
I told you I was going to need an extension cord, and I was pissed off I didn't have one. Well, there you go.
Yep.
Here, do you want me to go ahead and play the trailer for Super Troopers right now, while we're already in this screen?
Sure. And then after you play it, then you can give us your thoughts on the beginning of the film.
All right, no problems. I like shit show specials because I usually end up pretty fucked up by the end. Right, Cyber? Is that usually how they go a lot of times?
Yep. They sure do.
Yeah, true knowledge gets fucked up, baby.
I mean, yeah, I love this movie.
Okay, what happened now? Okay, Ben's not frozen.
No,
You're
I'm
frozen,
not.
Jeff.
Oh man,
There we go.
Jeff's good.
Now he's good.
Discriminating audiences at the Sundance Film Festival have discovered one of the most shocking, unflinching, eye-opening films about cops ever made.
Do we look like the two dumbest guys in the world to you?
Super Troopers. In this town, you don't mess with the law.
You know how fast you were going?
65.
63.
The law messes with you.
Isn't the speed limit 65?
Yeah, it is.
Freaking out, man.
Can I please see your license and registration?
Perhaps someone spanking and cuffing is an order.
Ain't It Cool News says funny stuff all over this movie.
Oh! Give me a double bacon cheeseburger.
Double bacon cheeseburger? It's for a cop?
What the hell's that all about? You gonna spin it now?
No, I was just telling him that's what makes it good. Don't spit in that cop's burger.
Made me laugh out loud. Long and hard.
Leader Cola.
Another highway cop? What are you guys multiplying?
That look like spit to you?
Yeah.
Damn it, you burger!
Super Troopers.
They're coming back, man!
I'm already pulled over.
Pull over farther, man!
I can't pull over. Sir, I'm already pulled over.
He's already pulled over! He can't pull over any farther!
Margarita mix, people. Awesome. Excellent little trailer there, Jeff. Good job, sir.
I appreciate your sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. There we go. All right.
Now, go ahead. So, what did you want to ask me?
All right, so sir, like your opinion on the beginning of the film, the section there where it begins with the three kids in the car that get pulled over, leading up to the chase of the Miata, and then basically going to the beginning title there of Super Troopers. What were your thoughts on that beginning section?
Great comedic entry. Great comedic way to start the film. Again, I'm not used to reviewing comedies. Like, when I first started doing movie reviews, thank God, and I want to thank Mark Brothers on the Brothers Broadcasting Network, right, at W2M Network, for ever giving the opportunity to even be on my first movie reviews, right, like a long time ago. Thanks, Mark. I love you, brother. My fellow non-monogamous friend, content creator. Anyways, who I'm proud to be a co-host with on the Whiskey Rebellion, the W2M Network, folks. We do a show every month, and it's just a bunch of fucking dudes and sausage fest and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we're dope, though. All the shit I've always fucking reviewed has always been serious as fuck, mostly. Like, everything I did over at Mark Roach with the Roach Network and whatnot was always like either sci-fi, or like horror, or adventure, or fucking like drama. Right? That's what I got. Yep. We never did comedies. Maybe Mark didn't think I was any good to review those stuff. I don't know. But then I didn't really tell jokes or have any humor to me. So maybe that was the read on me. But as I delved deeper into my crack addiction, I became funnier. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I changed. I evolved. Like a crack cocoon. You know what I mean? Right? Like a caterpillar from a cracked cocoon. That got cracks sprinkled on the caterpillar. And that's how it into the butterfly, is by sprinkling crack on it. Right? Mm-hmm. There you go. So, we all know that the secret is, Ironheart is afraid to tell everybody. If you just sprinkle crack on shit, it takes nothing. Anyways, folks. Yes. But no, Cyber. It's a great comedic intro. Probably, honestly, let me give the film credit straight up. It's probably one of the best comedic intros I've ever seen in a film, of a comedy, a straight comedy. As far as how fucking it's shot and everything, and how they wrote it, and the flow of it and everything and whatnot. The whole thing's funny. It's very individualistic, right? It's not something I've ever seen before in another film. And whoever that actor is that plays the cop there, with the mustache and shit and whatnot. Pardon me, I should know this, but either way, he's fucking hilarious from jump. He's hilarious throughout the film. He's the funniest person out of all of them, right? So like,
Well,
I mean, as far as
several of them have mustaches, which
the dark skinned one, the I don't know, you know, the POC bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Littering and
littering and you talk
Yes.
about Ramathorn?
Yes, Ramathorn.
Okay, Jay Kanderchak, he's the director of the film.
Okay, yeah, that's right. No, he's funny as shit. But no, it's really good, and it plays off a classic trope too, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like a very classic trope.
Yep.
Yeah, and then honestly, the humor for me of the department really kind of flushes out over the film. The intro up until where, you know, they actually, you know, go into the Super Troopers deal. From there on, it's kind of just like 50-50 for me. It doesn't really do that much for me. But as the movie progresses and whatnot, right, that's when the real kind of like humor really kind of comes in, especially for Brian Cox.
100% agree. Yeah, definitely, most definitely. All right, thank you, sir.
Hey, Ben's in the fucking dark dimension, man. Now Ben's in the
Dark dimension. Woohoo!
Ben, Doctor Strange popped in and pulled you out of the dark dimension, bitch. What's up?
Hey, I mean, sometimes it be like that.
Yep.
All right, Cyber, I'm sorry, sir.
It's okay. All right, so basically that's when it after it hits the title, that's when it basically goes to the trio in the diner, and we see a close-up of Steve Lemmy's face, Mac, him going 1, 2, 3, do it. And so they do that, and it shows him, Ramathorn and Rabbit, and they're chugging syrup, and it says pure maple syrup on the bottles, and they're basically having to see who can drink the most maple syrup the fastest, and of course Ramathorn wins. And as they're doing that, we see that there's a whole bunch of the police department in there too as well. Paul Soder pops up along with the Spearberry police officer he ends up with, and you know, she's like, why couldn't they chug you know, ketchup instead of syrup, because she has pancakes and she needs syrup for pancakes. And so then you know, it pans over to the police guys, and they're like and Brian Cox pops up. It's his first introduction into the film, and he's like, you know, basically they're like, what, you guys are multiplying like rabbits? And you know, they start like making Mexican references to Ramathorn because they think he's Mexican, and even Rabbit thinks he's Mexican, which is absolutely hilarious. He's like, aren't you? Which was absolutely hilarious. And basically then, like, Steve Lemmy throws empty you know, syrup bottles at the one cop that's being obnoxious, and they get kind of in a little whirl, and that's when, you know, Brian Cox kind of, you know, breaks it up a little bit, and he like apologizes to what his name, and you know, basically they end up going back to the station, and they have like kind of their briefing meeting, and we kind of briefly introduced to Farva a little bit during the Miyagi chase sequence. We see like kind of his face here, and we see the back of his head, and he's like, do you need my assistance and stuff like that, but we really not like really introduced him until this sequence. And so at kind of their morning meeting, they're all like, you know, talking and having fun and stuff like that, and when Farva comes in and he like, you know, makes a funny reference and stuff like that, and after they start the meeting, that's when like Brian Cox says to, you know, Farva, the coffee, and he's like, oh, okay, and he goes, gets the coffee, and they're talking, of course, between each other and stuff like that, and Brian Cox is like saying his spill, and Farva pops his head in for a second, and is like, cream, anyone? Cream? No cream? All right, no cream. And they continue talking and stuff like that, and he comes waltzing back in. He's like, I got your coffee, biatches. And he's like putting the coffees out. He's like, no, not that one. That one's for the rookie. And he takes of course, Rabbit takes the coffee. He's like, oh, a bar of soap. And he's like, got you, bitch. And they're like, oh yeah, great one, Farva. Oh, you did such a great job. And as Brian Cox has continued talking back, and Rabbit are kind of having this silly conversation about the soap, and Brian Cox is like, at one point he's like, enough. He takes the thing and he bites the soap and spits it at Mac, and you're just all kind of cracking up a little bit at it. And basically he says we gotta get our things up here because we could be shut down if we don't start moving our tails around here and getting stuff done. And then basically as it progresses on, we have kind of funny little scenarios with them that pop up after that. So basically we have that great little scene, and basically then, like I said, it just kind of moves on, and we have all these kind of interconnecting sequences where things start to happen and stuff like that. So before we really move on to that, what was everyone's thoughts kind of like on that section of the film leading up kind of to that, kind of the beginning of them trying to start getting their act together? Starting with you, Ben.
Ben, you actually sound better than the Tuscan sound as far as like being able to understand you.
Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
No, your audio became suddenly fucked.
Oh. What about that?
I don't know what happened. Try dropping in, dropping out, and dropping back in.
I just did that. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, just very, very low though.
What about now? Is that better?
Cyber, does he sound a little bit distorted?
Yeah, he like when he started talking, he was like cutting out a little bit. Like it was like going like that. Yeah.
What about now? Am I good? Good now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. So, the introduction with Farva was perfect.
Nah, you're broke up, man. Drop out of the studio and come back in.
All right, man. All right. Okay.
Cyber, you know I'm right.
Yeah, I know, he's been doing that the whole show, so.
That's right, folks. We're not assholes. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how it is. Like, I mean, the way StreamYard works, Cyber, Cyber. It's very simple.
Yep.
A lot of times the biggest issues, the only way to fix them is just to drop out and drop back in.
Yep. So while we're waiting for him to come back, give your idea on that. Give us your thoughts on that little sequence there.
Well, I mean, I kind of I didn't illuminate with you earlier because we didn't have time, but the actress that we see in that part of the film, right? She really stands out, I think, in general, because I think that she's very attractive. And she is pretty capable at acting, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Her humor is pretty solid. But at the same time, I think that she kind of stands out mostly because of the fact that she's the only woman really in the movie that gets any real screen time. You know what I'm saying? So with all the other characters being male, you're gonna have that automatic attention on her. You know what I'm saying? Her humor is gonna work better. You understand what I'm saying, Cyber? The more you add more female characters, the harder it gets.
Yep.
And you at that point, all
right. Can you hear me now?
Ben, yeah,
there
Ben,
we
can
go.
hear you, bro. I told you, man. All you need to do is drop back out and drop back in, baby.
Yep.
All right, listen. I'll wrap up and we go to Ben, Cyber. Yep. So basically, again, the first time that I saw that scene with I forget which trooper it is, but I believe it's the redheaded one, and the female. I know she's not a full-fledged cop. She's trying to be, or deputy or whatever. But that scene with them where they have sex or whatever, whatnot, is funny. But then again, when you see it the second time, it kind of loses luster a little bit because you know it's gonna happen. You know that all the shit talking and whatnot, everything is already is bullshit. It's like foreplay or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the Brian Cox is probably honestly, for me, he's the biggest element of the film because seeing him do humor and do comedy, I've never seen it in anything else. I've never seen him do it anywhere else in any other film. So, at that point, the first time I saw it, I had no idea he could even be that. He could be funny like that. And then I'm having heavy brain fog, but usually I know my names pretty well when it comes to actors and actresses. But the guy from Oz, you know, HBO's Oz, you know, the guy, what do you call it? That plays the guy above Brian Cox's character.
Above Brian Cox's character?
Yeah, the guy that he reports to.
The mayor guy?
Is that what he is? The mayor?
Yeah, he's the mayor.
Yeah, that guy. What is that actor's name? Cyber.
John something, I believe. He was in The Abyss in '89. That's the only thing I know him from. I didn't realize he was in Oz.
Oh yeah, he was in Oz. He was the head of the Nazi, like right wing, you know, like that kind of deal. In Oz.
Yeah, his name is John Bedford Lloyd.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about fuck. Oh no, maybe you could be right. John Bedford Lloyd. All right, either way, he's funny. I like him. I think he's cool. He's a good addition to the film. His humor's good. This whole, like, you know, we're at the point where they are actually like starting to like scheme things out to make up for the budget deficit, right? And to try to like make sure they save the department.
Yep.
So, it's inventive, like, you know, and it is creative, like, you know, as a film that they do in that direction. But again, I just thought that Brian Cox was really good at this point in the film, and that's really like my main thing with him. I love him in this film.
Nice, thank you. Back to you, Ben. Same that question I asked you before, sir.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Still cutting out, yeah.
Ben,
try muting yourself and re-unmuting yourself.
You know what, Ben? It's the shit show. It's contagious, bro. The shit show shit is fucking carried over across state lines and shit now. It's affecting your shit now, bro. Yeah, that's how bad it is.
It really. Oh, leave.
Okay.
I have no idea. I don't get what the fuck happened to your audio. I don't get that shit, man. The fuck is that? I'm telling you, Cyber, it's a Curse of She-Hulk, baby.
Yep, Curse of She-Hulk. Curse of She-Hulk.
Cyber, I think we should start a thing where, like, every time I hit my vape and I fucking almost die after I hit it.
Yep.
And you're looking at me like laughing and shit.
Yep.
I should have to like put $1 in the She-Hulk jar. Right?
Okay. So you go from $0.25 to $1. Okay.
No, because I'm so stupid. I can't fucking seem to remember that, like, if I hit this vape too hard, it fucking gets you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I keep hitting that bitch like I'm fucking just like smoking a cigarette. It ain't like that, baby.
Yep.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Ben. You have unshit zoned yourself, bruh.
Sweet. All right. So the introduction to Farva, I think, was perfect. Like, you kind of see that he's the guy. He's that guy. He's the asshole that nobody likes, but he tries to fit in and tries to get the rook. You know, like, oh, the bar, like, this was for the rook, motherfucker. Gotcha, motherfucker. Like, and just being awkward as hell, and everybody's like, part. But I think that's my part of that whole secret. So,
nice.
I think it rolls into everything that's gonna set up the rest of the movie.
Very much so, yeah, definitely. I think that Kevin Heffernan does a great job as Bart, but he you hate him, but you love him at the same time, because he's just so freaking funny, and he's just so much fun. Most definitely, I agree there. So after that, that's when we get to the Winnebago sequence, where they're basically called out to this murder sequence, and they go into this Winnebago, and there's this dead chick, and there's a rabid pig in there for some reason, and basically them and the Spurbury police have kind of like this brawl, and basically it ends up with them all outside, and they're all like saying, okay, if I give you this person, you give me that person type of deal thing, and it's absolutely freaking hilarious. And basically, they end up giving the case to the Suburban Police when it shouldn't be their case because it's on highway patrol.
Right.
So, and they basically end up leaving. And they're like, screw it, you have this case, you deal with the pig. And so when it goes back to the station, Ramathorn and Mac and Paul Soder are there, and they're like doing something to somebody in a locker there, and Brian Cox walks in, and he's like, didn't I say to keep a low profile and this kind of stuff? And he's like, you just gave the case to these people, and he does this great Brian Cox thing, and it's like, you guys gotta straighten up, and then leaves, and then they let Rabbit out, and he's covered in all the shaving foam. He's like, and Rabbit's kind of like, okay, I go shower, I guess now. Yeah. And you have that kind of funny, great sequence, which I think is really fantastic and so super funny. And then after that happens, we have a great sequence where they're out on patrol and they stop the semi-truck, and they go to inspect it, Paul Soder and Ramathorn. And, basically they're talking to the driver and stuff like that. We need to check your back. Why did you miss that way station? They go into the back of the truck and get in there, and then all of a sudden the guy closes the thing on them and basically ends up vanishing. And so then, it's supposed to be, I don't know how much later it's supposed to be, but all of a sudden it's like the other guys appear and they open the door for them. And they're inspecting and stuff like that, and they're seeing all the more Johnny Chimpo stuff and all the stuff in there, and they, and they're like, oh, okay, what's going on here? Like, why did this is going on? And basically, they kind of like, okay, we got all this stuff now. We got all this marijuana we just found, and basically that's kind of like we get kind of that in between scene there where Paul Soder's character ends up going to the and starts trying to have a conversation and get to have that relationship with that Spurbury woman police that Jeff talked about earlier, the Marissa Coughlin's character, and we have kind of like that funny sequence where he's pretending to be this old lady and he's like pretending to be a streaker at the same time, and trying to get her attention, and basically she comes out with a gun and does the voice thing, and that's basically when they start their relationship. They start making out and stuff like that, and Ursula, Foster and Ursula, and basically they kind of start having that relationship, and he goes back to the office at some point there, and they're all in there kind of talking and stuff like that, and Ramathorn is being hilarious. Yes, Jeff has some pussies. Special play full threesome. I'm single, so I don't hate the player. Hate my game. Jesus Christ. Anyways, yes, people, Jeff.
I'm sorry, Cyber. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to distract you, brother.
Yes. So basically, he goes back to the station, and they're all talking and stuff like that, and he basically says some things, and they're kind of like they're trying to do the thing, trying to figure out what to do about the marijuana and stuff like that, and what's going on with this Johnny Chimpo thing. And basically then, at that point, Foster and Ursula, they get back together again one night and try to, do something at the police station. And they kind of get in the car, in the back of the car, and to have sex and everything. And they unfortunately get in the very, very back because the front wasn't working because the steering wheel was going to her ass. And they get stuck in the back, and basically we find out that the door is missing for some odd reason, which was hilarious. And then the next time we see them, basically we end up seeing them. They end up going into one of the Winnebago in the police impound, and they end up jumping on the bed and stuff like that, and it crushes it. And then there's a whole bunch of more of those bags or those big bricks of marijuana. And so then when he does that, he basically Ursula says for him to take it to that they get credit for finding it, and so he takes it back to the guys, and basically they end up kind of becoming kind of glorified, and they, you know, get the press of the mayor and all that kind of good stuff. So before we move past that, what were your guys' thoughts on kind of that sequence, Ursula and Foster kind of creating that relationship, the truck sequence, the kind of sequence leading up to the truck, the Winnebago thing, and just what were your thoughts kind of on that section of the film? Starting with you, Ben.
I think it starts to, like, the plot starts to thicken, and you really get into, one, how they are going to stay a department, and then two, this whole relationship between the highway patrolman, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, it's brain fog, but and Ursula. Foster, yeah. Foster and Ursula. And then, yeah, literally just establishing that plot. Then you see the goofiness of that relationship, everything going up leading into that. With my thoughts on it.
Awesome. So, it looks like you have to leave soon, sir?
Yeah.
You have to get up?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Okay. So how about just give us your overall take on the whole film and your rating, like 1 to 10, what you give the film, and we can send you off, sir.
Oh yeah, no, I love this film. It's one of my favorite comedies, favorite go-to comedies. Like, I'll quote it like throughout my day, sometimes like throughout my daily life. My wife and I will quote it daily, like I've said before. I would say within the comedy genre, I rate it about like an 8 out of 10. It's one of my favorite comedies. I absolutely love watching it. It's a good time.
Excellent, sir. All right, well, thank you for coming on. It was great seeing you again. We will see you again soon, hopefully. Yep. And thanks for rocking it with us, sir, on the Shit Show Daily.
Of course, it's been a great time being part of the Shit Show, and I love it. So,
hey Ben, listen, man. Yep. Super Troopers is a dope ass movie, bro. Yep. Just remember, I like really raw humor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how I am, bro. It's a good movie, bro. I like it. I think it's great that, like, you and your wife quote that shit and everything. Yeah. Do me a favor. Yeah. Make sure your ass gets back on the fucking panel within, like, the next month. You know what I'm saying? Or else I'm not gonna be happy.
Of course, brother.
The bleeding edge is better when you're on it.
I appreciate that, man. I'll talk to you later. Thanks,
guys. Later.
Deuces.
Woo. All right, sir. So,
did you like that professional send-off right there, Cyber? That was very touching, wasn't it?
You did a good job, sir. Very good.
That's right.
Very well done.
We care about our guests over here, folks. We give a shit.
Yes, we do. All right, sir. So, your thoughts on kind of that sequence of the film, sir? I know you said that the second time around you're finding it kind of, more boring than the first time. I get that. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on that section of the film?
Nah, I mean, you know what? I wouldn't say boring. Maybe I should. It's not fair for me to level that on the film, because honestly, it's still entertaining. I guess what I was trying to point out was that the shtick, if that makes sense, doesn't work as well. You know what I mean? Like, as it does after you watch it more and more. For me, I've watched it overall several times. It's been a hot minute, and in general, I think I said earlier I only saw it a second time. I think it's probably been like my 4th time. Now I think about it. And overall, in this part of the movie, it is interesting. Like the whole scope or the structure of like the monkey, deal and whatnot and everything with like the whole brand and whatnot and all that. The fact that they do have at least some kind of like Ben was alluding, there is some kind of like relationship type stuff going on. There is like a kind of, they do impart kind of like some kind of like somewhat interesting, kind of cool, relationship sort of deal, like like where there's actually like real like love, I guess, romanticism there, right? Yet it's funny, right? And they make it kind of like raunchy, right? So basically, I just think that it's this part. These scenes here, overall, again, they're not exciting, but it's the humor is consistent, and they continue to get inventive as they keep going, right? Like they you know, the jokes get different. You know, they add different angles, different characters come in at this point, even still. You know what I'm saying? Like, and essentially, I think that overall, this group of actors and actresses, the gentlemen that directed the film, don't they basically all work together?
Yeah, they're Broken Lizard.
They're Broken Lizard. So their camaraderie, I guess, or whatever, on screen, like, you know, as the film progresses. So, you know, you figure this is like maybe like, you know, your third sort of like set of scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Their camaraderie, or like how well they bounce off each other and whatnot and everything, and they how organic it is.
Mm-hmm.
It flushes out, right, really well, to where there is, like, the humor is good, and it is grounded here and there, right? And I think that this is kind of where the film starts to go in that direction.
I would agree, most certainly, definitely. Yeah, you can see it throughout the whole entire film. I feel it gets more and more cohesive, I feel, as time goes on, and their camaraderie and everything, you can see it build and everything evolve, which I think is done really well, and shows how good they are as a team.
No, and I don't know if that's the right way to phrase that or whatever, as far as, like, you know, how I ended that, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yep. I get you. I read you, sir. All right. What?
I was gonna say, well, I hope so. I mean, shit, you know, maybe I hope you're not going deaf too.
I'm not going deaf.
I hope so. Well, you know, the bleeding edge is not. We're not going to have any hearing aids in the merch, baby.
Why do you think I'm going deaf?
I'm messing with you, Cyber. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Your own mutant ability is Iceman.
All right. Anyways, folks, so moving on to the next section of this film. So basically, like I said, they basically conspire Ursula and, you know, Foster with that marijuana and stuff like that. And even though they have grabbed all the weed and they put it all together and get the mayor's thing like that, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Spurbury police all of a sudden gets all the credit and basically have turned on, you know, basically what's going on and causing basically the, you know, the highway patrol to basically lose their funding. And so because of that, basically Foster thinks that, you know, Ursula has betrayed him, and they kind of have a spat and everything, and then basically they move on, and, you know, they're, you know, basically they get drunk and all this kind of stuff and decide they're going to go out and create some havoc on their last time of being at the station. So basically then we have this kind of great montage of them doing funny ass things. We have Brian Cox, like, you know, pulling somebody over, peeing at his car while he's asking for his stuff. And they go to even to the Spurbury Police's captain's house, and Brian Cox gets out and he's like, "Hey, whatever his name, Grady, come out here and fight me like a man," and stuff like that. And basically they're like, you know, he's wailing all over the place, stuff like that, being hilarious. And the rest of the guys are still in the police car. And that's when Foster gets on the radio and is like, radio Ursula. And basically when he starts doing it, he's doing it on the police channel. He's like, Ursula's like, go to this channel if you want to talk. And so they do that, and they kind of have a little bit of conversation. And basically she says, meet me at this point, and I'll tell you what's actually really going on. And so they meet at the point, and that's where she finally lets them know that, yes, the Spurbury police have been evil this whole time. They're the ones trafficking the marijuana and stuff like that, and they're really, you know, the bad guys. And she's like, are you guys all drunk? And they're like, no. And they're all, like, very belligerent drunk, and you can tell. And you know, so they, like, see what's going on. They see them doing the thing and stuff like that. At one point, you know, Barba, you know, Barba starts having kind of issues and stuff like that, and decides he's going to go to the Spurbury police and stuff like that and work with them instead, because he feels like he doesn't.
Is that when he does that deal where he's like, I'm gonna go call him a chicken fucker or whatever?
That sequence happens within that frame.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
And basically, he says that now he's a police of the Spurbury police, and like kind of comes in and kind of like is trying to stop them and stuff like that. And then he sees that they're over there at the airplane or whatever, and decides to run over to the captain, and then finding out that they're really the bad guys. And that's when they decide to travel the car, Farba's police car, up there, and puts out his sex doll, and it says Ursula on it, which is absolutely hilarious. And they charge in and they start fighting the Spurbury police and stuff like that, and basically end up stopping them and taking them down. And so then they get exonerated and everything like that, and they have all that great scenery and stuff like that, and they end up getting to all together at I think it was Brian Cox's house, and they read the letter, and they still are being shut down. So then it kind of stops there and kind of fades out. Then all of a sudden it comes back, and it shows Raymond Thorne and Rabbit, and they're delivering beer all of a sudden now, and they're like working for a keg company or whatever. And they bring this keg to this party house, and it happens to be those same three guys at the beginning of the film. And they're kind of worried at first. and they're like, oh no. Excuse me. Talking too much. So basically, they show up and stuff like that, and they're like worried at first, and they're like, no, we're not cops anymore, our thing got shut down. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, and they start kind of messing with them and stuff like that. And, basically, they're like messing with them and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, they're like, we need to see, we need a signature and to see a ID. And they're like, I don't got an ID. And the one guy, Joey Curran, gives Raymond Thorne a $5 and a $1 bill. And then all of a sudden, they rip off their things, and we're like, we're Spurbury police. And of course they're like, oh crap, and stuff like that, and kind of that's how the movie ends. Like, them, they have now become the Spurbury police now instead of being the highway patrol. And so then we kind of have like the end credit sequences, and it kind of shows a little bit more of what's going on at that house party after they're arresting everybody, and then basically it shows the end credits. So my question for you, sir, is what did you think about the final portion of this film? What did you think about the chicken fucker scene? What did you think about the footage of Farba that, gets him suspended because he, something happened, but it shows the footage of him in the school bus. What were your thoughts on that portion of the film?
Wait a second. Is the scene with the bear fucking or whatever in there too? Like,
yeah.
Or the guy's like getting his dick sucked by the bear or whatever, whatnot?
He's fucking the bear.
That shit is absolutely fucking hilarious, bro.
Yep.
I mean, I'm telling you right now. Like I was telling Ben when you were in Iceman mode, Cyber. Just to understand now what I meant by the ice your mutant abilities and whatnot and everything. That shit is hilarious. I'm sorry, like it doesn't matter how many times you watch the film. When you see that shit, it's utterly hilarious. So kudos to them. Like that shit is funny as fuck. I'm telling you. If you can, it's hard to pull off like fucking animals and shit. Well, it's humor, I think, right? That's not easy to like make that work, right? It's gotta be done a certain way, or else it's like FloridaMan.com type shit. You feel me? So at that point, hats off on that shit right there alone. That was pretty much the standout scene in the film for me. So yeah, it was that impactful for me. Anyways, no, it's again, they I don't know how to categorize this type of comedic film or whatever. Like what category you put it in. Maybe I could probably have done that back in like the 80s and the 90s, like or whatever, like I was better with that stuff. But now, even going back to what 2002, you said it was
2001.
2001. Yeah, I mean, one thing about it for sure, Cyber, to go back to a trope that we talked about before with the DC animated films, is the fact that I feel like there's a lot of things that happen in this film that you could not make this film right now. Right? You could not. I think that's pointed to bring up because I think that when you're going to review films like this that are like, what now, 2 years old or whatever? So, wow, it's been that long. Holy shit, Cyber.
Yep.
That's just crazy. Folks, we're getting older. And the year's flying by. But holy crap, I can't believe it's been that long. So, either way, no, it's insane because, like, I shouldn't say insane, but it's just crazy because we come across this a lot, Cyber and I. We notice this. I like to bring this up. I'm not trying to get political. It's just that things have changed. The landscape has changed so much culturally and like societally for us that like what we accept, what's tolerated, in the media and whatnot and everything in terms of what kind of humor you can do, right? What lines you can cross, and those spots you can go to where you can like you would be a safe space to if you do it right to make it work and cross those lines a little bit. They're getting like more limited and narrow over time, and that bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Because like this movie's funny, right? Movies I've seen that are comedy movies recently in the last couple of years are not that funny. It's my main thing, and it's just that this is considered like what, a classic comedy, right? Basically, right, Cyber?
Yep.
It's not like a cult thing. It's overall considered like a great classic comedy.
Correct.
So at that point, all I'm saying is that this is really solid. It's a well put together comedic film that has a storyline. It has some depth, right? Like I said, there's grounding, Cyber, right, earlier. They evolved the film overall, like it doesn't get stupid, right? Like they stay coherent to their story, and the humor is consistent. So I think people are going to be surprised because I'm going to rate the movie probably like a 9.25, right? I think it's a really good film. It's a great comedy. It's just that my sort of like black and white humor, where I'm at with it, whatnot, at this point in my life or whatever, like is very black. You know what I mean? Black, white. So it's like you really got to. Even when I was younger, Cyber, back in the day, as a teenager, Chris Rock specials and Chappelle's show Chappelle like stand up is what got me like. That's what I liked as a teenager. So so I mean at that point at 40, I like raunchy fucking like really like bizarre humor. This shit's funny, but it's just not my style of humor. The film's great, right? It's well acted. The actress, her name is what? Ursula. The character Ursula. What is the actress that plays her?
Marissa Coughlin.
She's really good. Yeah, she's really good. She's very effective in the film. She did a great job. And again, well cast. The secondary characters, I guess, right? If anything, that are sort of like not really a part of the main troupe, are really well done. And Brian Cox, man, all the way through, he kills it.
Nice.
Some of his jokes, the shit he says is the funniest shit for me on the whole. His dry humor is fucking hilarious. Is great.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Totally. Yeah, I agree. And yeah, I think that this whole movie overall, I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic. I've loved it since the first time I saw it. I think it gets better with age. I like that it's still that type of humor. And
what is it, Cyber? What is it that would you call that the humor that Brian Cox uses? What is it like? Is it that it flows in conversation better? Like
it's straight man humor.
Okay.
It's a straight man. It's like what Bob Newhart does.
Okay.
It's that straight lace humor. That it's pan humor is basically what it is, and it's to be serious but funny at the same time. Is basically what it is.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And, I mean, I think everyone does a great job of their humor in this film. I think everyone is fantastic. Even the little side characters, the Spurbear police guys, they're super funny. I think, everyone had a great role in this film. They were all fantastic. Brian Cox is really great, too, as well. I mean, I really enjoy him. I like him in everything anyways. I think that this is one of my favorite comedy films of his. He just was really fantastic. But I love Broken Lizard. I think everything they do is gold. Even Puddle Cruiser, anything they've done. I think they're all really well done. And even their newest movie, Quasi. If you have not seen it, people, go check it out on Hulu. It's really fantastic. And it's got the same type of humor like this does. They actually still went raunchy, and it was great. And overall, I just think it's a great movie. I give this one a solid 10. I really enjoy it. I think it's fantastic. I think that, Kevin Heffernan as Farva is fantastic. And I think they really... went over and beyond when they did the sequel. I think it added to the flavor of this film, and I really like this film. I think it's really fantastically done.
Cyber, honestly, man, before we get out of here, we didn't really talk about Farva much. You didn't really get a chance to really kind of focus on a character or anything like that, whatnot. What did you think about Farva? What were his scenes that you really enjoyed?
Well, I liked any scene he was in. I mean, from the scene where he gives Rabbit the soap to his him being arrested and being showered with powdered sugar and shit like that. That was absolutely
funny. Yeah,
that was absolutely hilarious. When they finally show what got him suspended with the school bus, that was absolutely freaking hilarious. The scene, especially the scene where he goes to the fast food place and is getting the food. He's like,
"Oh God, yeah."
And he's like, "Why did you say it like that?" He's like, "So that they make it good for you, sir." He's like, "Don't spit in that cop's burger." And I swear that kid was trying to be Butthead or something from Beavis and Butthead. That's how he kind of sounded. But then he's like, "I would like a liter of cola." That was absolutely freaking hilarious. And then of course, the chicken fucker scene is hilarious too. He's like, "Bark." Is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, I mean, Farva was just fantastic. Kevin Heffernan brought that character to life. He was so good.
Just reimagining that chicken fucker scene is fucking hilarious, dude.
Yep.
You think I will go tell that fucking guy call him a chicken fucker?
Yep. Team Ramrod. Because I'm Rod Farva and you're Ramathor. Ramrod. Absolutely hilarious.
Cyber, did I not predict that I would be slurred and shit and whatnot and fucked up by the end of the show? Every shit show, folks.
Yep, you were.
I get shitty.
Yep. You hit that maximum mark.
I'm very consistent, folks. Shit shows happen. I get shitty.
Yes, people. All right, folks. So that, of course, is our shit show special of Super Troopers, with a bad made reaction involved with it. Fantastically done, people. Thank you for watching. Any of those that watch this afterwards, too. You guys rock. As we always say, please find the MCU's Bleeding Edge on YouTube and give us a like, give us a subscribe. Check our stuff out. Put that notification bell on so that you know when we go live. We usually go live every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday for you guys. Both Wednesday and Friday, 9:35 Eastern Time. And then Sundays, of course, I believe it's around what? You usually do it around what, 7? 7:05?
p.m.? Yep, 4 p.m. Pacific.
Yep. For the Sunday show, this upcoming Wednesday, we'll be doing another DC animated film, which I believe is Justice League Crisis of Two Earths.
Yes,
on Two Earths, I believe.
Jesse Starsher will be here.
And yeah, Jesse Starsher will be here. And then Friday, of course, we'll be doing Starship Troopers, Jeff's specialty. And then, of course, on this upcoming Sunday, are you doing a show, sir?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I had planned on doing basically the beginning, I guess, of part 1 to a Mandalorian season 3 breakdown and recap, but just because of the circumstances of us me and Cyber being over here in Daytona Beach doing Rockville, I think that with everything that's going on right now in the MCU, it's about time, since we are the MCU's Bleeding Edge, that me and Jasmine get back to our roots, right? And get everybody caught up kind of where we're at with the MCU. Then I'll put off the Star Wars stuff and whatnot. And we'll do the next Sunday after that, and we'll go ahead and we'll start our full recap, our full breakdown of season 3 of The Mandalorian, which I think personally was a lot better, and I found it I really enjoyed it compared to a lot of other people out there. I think you would agree as well, right, Cyber?
Yep. Agree.
There you go. So at that point, Cyber, Secret Invasion, baby.
Yep, June 21st, people. We'll be starting our Secret Invasion reviews. And then come the end of the year, we'll be doing Echo and Loki Season 2.
I know. Is that the order?
Yeah, Loki Season 2 drops before Echo.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was about to say.
But it's only like a month.
Okay, I got
It's October and November.
Oh, okay. That's right. You know, and Daredevil's in production right now. So, you have to assume, right? I mean, the Echo series was supposed to, like, lead into Daredevil.
Yep.
I'd hope that would mean that we're going to get... I don't know how they're going to manage to freaking do those 18 episodes by what? Well, then again, you know, they always start a couple months into the year anyway. So...
What? What do you mean?
As far as the Disney Plus series go, don't they always go a little bit farther out? They don't start the first Disney Plus series of the year in January.
Just WandaVision started in January.
That's right. No, so I'm saying it'll be a couple months in.
I don't think Daredevil will start till April.
No, it takes a long time. Is my point, just to produce 18 episodes of a series.
Yeah,
that's all.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, Cyber, would you like to plug your Cyberneticshark YouTube channel real quick? I'll pull it up.
Yes, sir. So as always, people, if you enjoy me here on the MCU's Bleeding Edge, you like me as a moderator or on the panel, or just like me in general, you should definitely check out my solo content. You should definitely check out that solo content underneath Cyberneticshark. Look up Cyberneticshark. You can find me on any platform, either Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Rizzle, etc., etc. You can find me anywhere, YouTube, all that kind of good stuff. And I've been working on some stuff. Some new reviews will be coming out within the next week or so. Really haven't had time to do much. Done a few like little mini reviews for you guys. But you can see there I'm at 656. Still slowly building, to that magic 1,000 mark. And of course, get to the 700 mark, and then hopefully it's 1,000 mark soon. And you guys are rocking it. But yeah, I'll be having more content soon.
I think so, Cyber. I mean, shit, man. I mean, once you get to 700, I'd like to think that you're gonna pretty much just like bolt from there and crush that 1,000 pretty quick, bro.
Yep. Just definitely go check out my Hello from Daytona Beach short, guys. It's fun. And most recent, of course, there is the Meg 2 trailer reaction and the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 review, so definitely check those out. Fast 10, I will have a review for you up sometime next week, so definitely check that out.
YouTube land and also some social media lands. Welcome to an all-new video. In this video, we're going to be reviewing a new movie that just came out, and it's the third film of a great trilogy of films that Marvel has put out, so we're going to get right into that. But before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss this video and the other videos I put up. As always, people, if you enjoy my content here on YouTube, definitely check out my other social media platforms, so Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Great shot, Cyber.
Very much do, put stuff on a regular basis, so definitely check that out, too. As always, people, let's get right into this. So
like how I added the thing.
All new videos. So like
yeah, that was great. It's good. I like it.
Just came out and is a third film in a great trilogy of films brought to us by Marvel, and that has kind of waited a couple years to finally do this.
And all of those movies, the background people, are real films. That is not a backdrop.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Yeah. So like I said, this is the third and final installment in the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. This is the third film, directed once again by the same gentleman that directed the previous two films. It is the third outing of this characterization of these characters from the Marvel Comics, and is kind of like the, ending conclusion to kind of this character set in the Marvel Universe. So now, of course, once again, like I said, this is directed once again by the guy that directed the previous two films. And, of course, that gentleman happens to be Mr. James Gunn!
Good job,
Oh yeah,
Cyber.
James Gunn! Woo! James Gunn! Yeah! James Gunn! So James Gunn once again returns to direct the third film in the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. Like I said, he directed the previous two. He's directed quite a few other films over the years. Of course, he directed Slither. He's directed several other films, and is
having a hard time there.
He always makes really good choices, I feel, and
Shut up.
always makes really decent films. Now, when it comes to his
I just want to lower the. I just want to lower the fucking volume, man. The mouse is on the wrong side of my body, bro.
Most of the time, he does a decent
Come on,
job.
bro.
He gives us
I'm
really
trying to
solid,
compensate. I'm trying to
photography,
compensate here.
Music, all these things, and yet
Give a motherfucker
I
a
feel like
chance.
he kind of went completely on a 360 with this film. Now, like I said, he did great with the first two films, but unfortunately, I feel that he kind of had some negativity behind him after he got fired previously, to do this film, and I think he kind of let that leach into how he directed this film. And I don't think he directed it as well as he did the previous two films. And definitely the direction of this film just seemed very misconnecting throughout the whole entire film, and it didn't seem very cohesive. I felt that he just didn't direct it as well as he could have. Now, another film that he directed that I think he did a phenomenal job with, that I think is a great non-MCU film, that really shows I can see why DC decided to hire them as their new president for DC products. And that, of course, is the film known as
Echo, November
The
29th,
Suicide
people.
Squad.
November 29th.
The Suicide
All
Squad.
episodes on Disney
Now,
Plus.
this is a fantastic film, really well done. Great action, great story, great characterizations, and all that kind of good stuff. And you can see the beauty of how good of a director James Gunn is.
So that
through
means
this
Loki's
film, and how
October,
great of an
I
eye
think
he had
29th.
of bringing this DC universe
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, hell, that's crazy, Cyber. I'll tell you. So they're gonna drop the Echo series in one shot in November.
Yep.
That's really
So
strange, man.
So November 29th, they're going to drop all of it. And I think that the only reason they're doing that is because they kind of want to make up for the fact that you're having to wait so far to get more series, I think.
I get it. I see. I got you. All right. Yeah. We've been giving you what was the most we got in 1 year?
4?
Was it 4? Is that all we got in 2021? Was the 4? WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki season 1,
Hawkeye.
What if and Hawkeye? 5.
So 5.
Right. Okay. So they did 5.
Yep.
Then 4. You're right. So now they're gonna do 3, and drop all episodes right there.
Yep.
To try to catch up, almost. Or, Cyber, it could be that the show's that fucking bad.
Could be, but I feel like if they decided to do that, they're just wasting it on Disney Plus, giving it all at once. But at the same time, yeah, that could be another reason too, as well.
If it's that bad, making it episodical would only draw out and flush out how bad it was. Quick, you know what I'm saying? Elongate it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right.
So, yeah. So October 6th, like I said, is when Loki season 2 drops, and let's see how that. Let's see. So that's a Friday. So Loki will be on Fridays. It looks like.
Oh, Fridays again, Cyber. We're gonna be doing. We have to switch our movie reviews over.
Yep, and it's gonna be It's gonna be 7 episodes altogether. So that goes.
They added another episode.
Yep. So that will go till November 17th. Then Echo is going to release on that Sunday.
Wow.
Which is weird.
Wow, so how the fuck are we even going to review that?
Well, because it all releases all at once on Sunday, we're just going to not do the first episode till that Wednesday.
Okay,
because we're not going to...
We'll space them out no matter what.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. I like that because you know what? That means at that point we could cross over into 2024.
Correct.
And still be covering Marvel, even if we don't get Daredevil until
April, May.
Right?
Could be June even with the writer's strike. Who knows?
Yeah, and Cyber, thank you very much. I really appreciate you bringing up the Marvel stuff and wanting to talk about it a little bit and whatnot because Cyber and I had talked about the fact that I feel like there was a lot going on right now in the MCU. You know what I mean? Like, that we really haven't been covering. And even though we're not known for covering, I mean, at one point, Cyber and I have both covered, like, the MCU almost on a daily basis, right? But overall, I feel like there's a lot of things going on, and in general, Cyber, thank you, I appreciate that. I'm glad we had a chance to cover the fact that we are going to be covering those Disney Plus series. I'm excited. I know you're excited. And I could very well be wrong about Echo, and you could be right 100%. That's what they're trying to do. I hope it's good.
Yep, let's hope. Yeah. I mean, after what they've said, like other people are saying that it was a shit show, because we've seen that a couple times in articles, that's kind of why it got postponed. So we'll see. We'll see how it works.
Yeah, didn't they have problems with the production or the writing or something like that? Similar to, not like kind of a la Blade?
Kind of, yeah.
Which is another whole story. Cyber, Blade being rated R, man. What do you think?
I love it. It needs to be.
That's right. That's right. Me too. I'm glad they're going in that direction finally. All right, brother, you ready to get the hell out of here or what?
Let's get out of here, people. All right, folks. So that's it for the MCU's Bleeding Edge Shit Show Super Troopers review. And until next time, we will see you soon. Oh yeah, Chloe's out. Chloe's out. Chloe's out.
Y'all tell anybody I'll kill you! I'll kill you! He's crackhead in the town. Peanut butter and pretzel. He kicked his habit back in the joint. Now he's out on coins. Here I come! He's finally home.
Bring the band in. Woo! Well, alright. Yeah, they want me to fit in, but I can't. I'm too different with it. Too advanced to think. You know my intuition. I got bars and ink, but never in a prison. Too far gone, never gonna sit and listen. This is optimism mixed with the best. You get it? What you're seeing is a beast in the